Cryptocurrency airdrops. They're fun to farm, they make you a bunch of money, and we're getting to the end of the year, which means more and more projects are actually going to drop those airdrop checkers, which means you get to know your allocation, which means you can soon claim, which means soon you'll have a bunch of free crypto. Well, today we're going to talk about an airdrop that you can farm by actually leveraging some Solana without any risk of liquidation. I know that sounds insane, but just give me a couple minutes to explain. And I know we're not in the usual setting, I'm on vacation, but I brought enough stuff with me to be able to still make a little bit of content for you guys, so bear with me. Hey, what's up, peeps? It's your boy Smolcom. I hope you're doing well. Today I'm wearing the Moonswatch Mission to Jupiter, which is a cutie patootie. But anyways, let's dive into it. Today we're going to talk about none other than the HYLO airdrop, what they do, how to farm the airdrop, and why this, even outside of just free tokens that you can get, can be totally interesting to you if you hold any tokens on Solana, because as you can see here, xSOL overview, leverage Solana token providing amplified exposure to SOL price movements without ongoing costs or liquidation risks. First things first, there's a couple different ways you can do leverage in cryptocurrency. The first one obviously being trading perpetual futures, or the normal way you guys know how to do this, you know, with the slider that looks like this, right? And then you do like 25x leverage and your risk get liquidated, which means losing all of your funds. The other way you can do leverage in crypto is simply by depositing an asset and borrowing against it, meaning you deposit 100 USDC and a platform will let you borrow around like $70 worth of Solana, and you can go try to make some money with that and then repay your loan, and that's essentially its own form of leverage. Now, in both of these, there are also risks. In the first one, perpetual futures, you risk liquidation. You risk losing your whole money. On top of that, you'll be paying what's called funding fees every couple hours. Depending on the platform, it could be every 2 hours, 4 hours, 8 hours, etc. And then when you borrow funds, if you mess up what you're doing with your loan, you lose money and you can't repay the loan, well, they'll keep your money. So you're essentially also losing money. But here's where HYLO comes in. We're in their docs right now, and they say that HYLO is a suite of DeFi or decentralized finance products on the Solana blockchain engineered for scalability and independence from traditional financial infrastructure. They also say, in a nutshell, HYLO introduces an innovative decentralized stablecoin system consisting of two symbiotic tokens. The first one being hyUSD, which is none other than their stablecoin backed by liquid staking tokens, or LSTs, like you probably know about JitoSOL, Marinade Sol, Blaze Sol, essentially liquid stake tokens that instead of paying you out a yield straight to your wallet, reinvest that APY or APR straight into the price of the token itself. But hyUSD is essentially their stablecoin that's backed by these liquid stake tokens. Then you've got xSOL, which is a tokenized asset enabling long-term leverage exposure to Solana, which is the main one we're going to talk about today. Because if you can see it right above my camera right here, in HYLO Season 1, and usually seasons in crypto means airdrop, so everybody thinks that at least an airdrop's coming for HYLO, which I believe so as well. In the XP breakdown section, you can see that by using xSOL, you get 20 times the XP compared to some other assets. Okay, but what is xSOL? Well, they say get leveraged with xSOL. Learn how to gain leverage exposure to Solana with xSOL. No liquidation risk, which is great. No ongoing costs. Wait, no funding fees? And protocol managed rebalancing. Okay, let's learn more about it. They say that xSOL is HYLO's leverage token, and it's designed for users that want amplified exposure to Solana's price movements without the complexities of margin trading or managing a leveraged position. Essentially, in simple terms, by simply holding xSOL, you benefit from effective leverage on Solana with the protocol handling all the mechanics for you. Now, obviously, the leverage you're going to gain from using HYLO is not going to be anywhere close to like a 20x, but if you're going 20x, it's already pretty stupid. Let's keep it a buck. Unless you were trying to farm airdrop points for Aster, like my last video, but anyways. Okay, all that's cool, but let's learn more. How is this possible? They say that unlike traditional leverage products, xSOL doesn't expose holders to liquidation risk or ongoing borrowing costs. This is made possible by their automatic rebalancing mechanism, which means that when the price of Solana drops, the protocol automatically deleverages your position, and when the price of Solana rises, it releverages, essentially ensuring your exposure is always in line with the system's effective leverage. This means no margin calls or risk of being forcibly closed out of your position. There are some fees involved. Obviously, every protocol has to make revenue. You need fees in order to first of all pay the team, maybe start building a treasury if you're planning to do an airdrop, and many other things. So, they say that they have minting and redemption fees for xSOL that are dynamically adjusted on the system's health. When the system is operating normally, which should be a collateral ratio of above 150%, which is absolutely insane in my opinion, it's great, fees are minimal to encourage participation. During market stress, fees adjust to incentivize actions that improve system health. So essentially, you're only going to pay two different type of fees. The minting fees, which decrease during stress to encourage new xSolana creation, which I believe are currently sitting at around 1% of each mint, and then the redemption fees, so when you want to swap back your xSOL for Solana, which are going to increase during stress to discourage xSOL burns, essentially incentivizing you to stay in your position and wait for the price to bounce back up. There are still risks involved, and I want to say, guys, I'm not a financial advisor, I'm just a guy making videos online. So obviously always do your own research, but while it offers you a way to leverage your Solana tokens, it is important to understand the risks of volatility decay. Now, if you're into liquidity pools or providing liquidity on platforms like Meteora, you should be pretty familiar with things like impermanent loss. Well, here they say that volatility decay refers to the tendency for leverage tokens to lose value over time in volatile markets, which means, and this is very important, that even if Solana's price returns to its original level, the one that you bought at, you might still be at a loss. They say that large price swings, both up and down, can erode value due to the way that the leverage amplifies gains and losses. The most important sentence in these whole docs, at least I believe for me, is that xSOL is best suited for people with strong directional view on the Solana token. What this means is that if you believe that long-term Solana is going up, xSOL could be an amazing thing for you because you can leverage it. I believe leverage sitting around like 2.6 right now or something like that without any risk of liquidation, which is absolutely insane. It's essentially as if you had 2.6 times more Solana than you actually have. Now let's hop into the airdrop part, the part that I know why you're watching this video for. We're currently sitting in season 0 of the hyLO XP program, meaning the program points. They say that in order to earn XP, it's going to be done through various products on the hyLO website. Each product rewards users in a base payout per dollar and time held. What that means is the more funds, the more Solana you put into it, actually it is per dollar. So the more dollar value you put into it and the longer you hold, the more points you'll earn. On top of that, there are also referrals, each user getting a custom referral code that gets 10% of your friend's total XP. I'll have my referral link be the first one down below and in the pinned comment. I would appreciate it if you used it because it does help this channel grow, but you don't have to, you do you. There are tiers for this airdrop going from level 1, a Solami, all the way to a Great High Lord at level 200. Along the way, you'll accumulate what they call crowns. These crowns are earned at each XP tier crossed, and the purpose will be revealed before the end of the points program. Now, I believe that crowns are going to have something to do with amount of airdrop that you can get or a boosted APY that you might be able to unlock. Obviously, all this is just speculation. I don't know. They haven't announced any of it yet, but I think it's going to have something to do with that. And at the bottom, you can see the XP rates, with holding xSOL being the highest XP rate, with 20 XP per dollar per day. I'll also leave linked below this link to their docs, and I think you should read the one on protocol revenue because it is pretty interesting. Let's hop into it. I'll show you how to do everything. The first thing I did was obviously connect my wallet up here top right. You can see that this wallet has no XP yet, and you get a couple things on screen. You've got leverage right here, which is the thing that we're interested in because it's xSOL. It's the one that farms the most points, but otherwise you can totally earn 14.88% by getting some hyUSD, which is their stablecoin, or you could mint some hyLOSOL, which is their own liquid stake token, at around an 8% APY. But what we're going to do today is get the xSOL. So I'm going to click right here and I'm going to actually supply Solana. You can see I'm on the mint page. Otherwise, if I wanted to pull it out, I simply click here and go to redeem. Smokecom that's currently editing this video, I realized something I didn't mention during recording the first part. It's that do not try to swap SOL for xSOL. Go to hyLO and mint it because you might get wrecked. I saw a picture on Twitter, a screenshot of some guy trying to swap like $50,000 to xSOL through Jupiter, and instead of actually going and minting it and getting $50,000 worth of xSOL, he got back like I think like five grand worth of xSOL, so he lost like 90% of it. So do not do not swap it, go and actually mint it. I don't have much Solana in this wallet right now. There's around 0.07, and it looks like it's forcing you to keep 0.05 in your wallet. So the maximum I can do right now is 0.0237. That's what I'm going to go ahead and do. Click on that, and I get 2.45 xSOL. The price of xSOL at the time of making this video is $1.91, almost 92 cents, with the effective leverage being 2.53. And you can see that in the past 30 days, at some point, it went up over $3.28 through leverage. This means that right now, I believe, is a great time to get into xSOL because it is substantially cheap. Obviously, it follows the price of Solana, and Solana has crashed in these last couple days, but now's a great time. I'm going to go ahead and click on mint right here, and that should open my Solflare wallet. I'm essentially sending 0.03 SOL, and I'm getting back 2.46 xSOL, and it's creating a JitoSOL staked SOL account as well. So I'm going to click on approve, and transaction completed. Your transaction was successful. Then right here, you can see it switched over to my position instead of overview, and I can see that I've got 2.458 xSOL, or balance of $4.71 in USD. You can see your unrealized P&L right here. You can share it right there, or you can go to portfolio, where you'll see every single hyLO asset that you have in your wallet. Might it be xSOL, SYUSD, hyUSD, hyLOSOL, or hyLOSOL Plus. I am planning on making a second video about hyLO because once you have that xSOL, there are actually things you can do to earn additional yield and airdrop points on top of it with the token. It's quite insane. So for that, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. Now, if I move my camera back down again, at the top right here, you can see XP starting to accumulate in real time, which is something I really like. I hate when I have to wait 24 hours for points to show up somewhere or whatever. It's in real time. It's happening right here. And you can see the dashboard. Global rank 19,419th, which is nothing. This airdrop is not getting farmed hardly at all. There's over, like, I believe 100,000 people farming Aster right now, and there's 1/5 of that farming hyLO. So just the fact that there's not a lot of people farming means, like, if the cake is this, you can get like a big piece of cake, right? Compared to if there was a bunch of people farming, even if you farmed a lot, you might just get crumbs. My referral code is right here. It's PW39B6. I would appreciate it if you used it. As I said, you don't necessarily have to. Now, if you hold Solana and you're not doing anything with it, you don't even have a liquid staked token, you are getting diluted. There are unlocks of Solana tokens happening pretty often, and if you're not doing something in order to at least get a little bit of an APY out of it, or if you believe in Solana truly and you think it'll go up in price and you're not doing something like liquidation-less leverage, I think you're honestly losing out. On top of that, who knows how valuable the hyLOSOL airdrop could be? I think it could be one of the big ones. They've already surpassed, I believe, $60 million in total value locked in just hardly a couple months. I would recommend going and giving them a follow on Twitter, as they are pretty active as well. You can see right here the 60 million TVL showing up. And yeah, here they're pretty right. Past few days recap, traditional perps, billions liquidated, million charged in funding fees. We all know all about that from farming the Aster airdrop. And xSOL from hyLO, $0 liquidated, 0 charged in funding fees. Just use hyLO. Make sure to follow me on Twitter as well, because I do post a lot of updates there. Like, I mean, look at the setup. This is the setup I'm filming with right now. The mic is attached to a cushion. So I'm doing what I can to get content out for you guys. Now, if you'd like to farm one of the biggest airdrop of the year with an estimated value of around $640 million that should drop in just a couple weeks, I believe around the 5th of October, you could watch this video right here about Aster. But on that note, it was your boy Smolgyam. I hope you guys have a good one, and I'll catch y'all in another one. Peace.